Hello and welcome to our virtual tour of the Preschool Pathways classroom. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Miss Cochran and I've been the director here at the Primrose School of Clear Lake since 2018. I am so excited to talk to you about our Preschool Pathways program and the ways that that is special for older 2-year-olds. The very first thing I would love to do is take a quick peek inside our classroom. As we take a look inside the Preschool Pathways classroom, what sticks out the most to me is that it's quite a bit bigger than any of the other classrooms that you've seen so far. You can tell just by the number of cubbies on the wall that the classroom capacity is a little bit bigger to reflect that the kids are a little older and are capable of being in larger group settings. And then the next thing that really sticks out to me is the way that the centers are spread out. The centers are really spread out because of the increased autonomy that is expected of the children. We really teach the children to be independent in selecting their centers, maintaining their centers, cleaning up after themselves, and then selecting a new center when they're ready to move on. And that the way the centers are spread out really does help the children make those choices for themselves. I also see that the tables are set up to support a small group wonder time lesson. Over this way behind the art easel, that is the door to the restroom. We'll take a better look inside that here in just a second. When we take a look at the Preschool Pathways restroom area, it's a little more grown up than the other restroom areas we've seen so far. A big part of that is because potty training is essential for transitioning to preschool. Let's take a look at what makes balanced learning so unique in the Preschool Pathways classroom. Of course, like our other classrooms, the Preschool Pathways classroom does start their day with circle time. From there, we do continue to use wonder time at the Preschool Pathways level. The difference is the degree of complexity that we add to the wonder time. In this example, the child is doing an activity where they are sorting and comparing rocks. They are sorting them into big, medium, and small. While at its base, this is a math lesson as he sorts and compares. It is also a science lesson. Throughout this month, the kids have been learning about what's beneath my feet, or things that they can find outside. So as he does this lesson, he's talking about texture and color and the different ways that he can sort these rocks. He is comparing, contrasting, and discriminating. He is also developing language related to these terms and related to sorting. So it is a math, a science, a language literacy activity. This lesson is a really good example of the preschool elements that we've introduced into Wonder Time. Here, she is sorting the letters that each of these words starts with to the picture it matches. It's a little different because at the early preschool level, we wouldn't necessarily expect a child to have that degree of letter discrimination. Your typical 2-year-old isn't really quite ready to learn many letters. Most 2-year-olds might know a few, usually the ones in their name. Here's another example of a science and sensory lesson that we added some of those preschool elements to. Here, my friend is experimenting with sand. Again, they've been learning about things that they can find outside. And my friend is experimenting with the texture and the feel of the sand while he practices writing letters in it. When the children are not with the lead teacher doing their Wonder Time lessons, they play in their centers. Centers are important because that is where they spend the majority of their day. In their centers, they interact with their environment to practice the skills and lessons that they've learned with their teacher throughout the day. Here, my friend is pretending to be a bug in the dramatic play center. Like all our classrooms, we do go outside in this room, and while we were out there, we do have what we call thumbs up outdoor time. Of course, there's plenty of time for unstructured play, but while the children are outside, our teachers can turn that into learning time. The kids think they're playing a game with their friends and their teachers, but really we're working on specific gross motor skills in age-appropriate ways. Here, these girls are playing a game where they throw and catch to develop the hand-eye coordination. I also want to talk to you about our parent communication app, ProCare. ProCare is really neat because it is all in one. It allows you to see information about your child's day, it allows you to see billing information, and it even allows for two-way communication between you and your child's teacher. As a parent, when I open my ProCare app, what I see are the activities that my child has done most recently. Here, it looks like my kitty had a nap and had a photo taken. And then I can see that the teacher sent a note and that she did an activity with sensory play. I can also see that she had a bottle and drank 5 ounces earlier this morning as well. Something really cool about ProCare is that it is live, and parents do get real-time updates. So when you get an update, you get a push notification. You can see the ProCare icon up here in the corner. And when you look at that icon, it will tell you what happened. So I see that Zena took a nap. There is also two-way communication between you and the classroom teacher. If you have any questions or if the teacher needs to communicate something with you, you can send a message and the teachers are able to respond. When I receive an invoice, I get an alert at the top of my dashboard up here. It shows what I owe. From there, I can go to my transactions page and take a look at what I'm being charged for, make a payment. Thank you so much for joining me today as I talked about our Preschool Pathways classroom. Of course, if this is something you are interested in for your child, we encourage you to reach out. We're always happy to answer questions, and we'd love to set up a time where you can come, visit, and see the classroom in more detail for yourself. Of course, we would also be remiss if we did not remind you that space is limited and we are already pre-registering. If you are interested, we recommend you reach out sooner rather than later because we'd love to have your 2-year-old here with us. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.